game and not get interrupted. Hopefully, that would be awesome. So yeah, we're just gonna try and power through. It's good. Okay, we're just gonna get set up here, and yeah, I think we just jump right into it. Should be good. Okay, yeah, because we're on chapter 8, and no, I don't think we should do that, Gavin. And we should be good. Okay, stream manager. Okay, fun. We will dive right back in. I'm very sorry for all the interruption before. Even if we do, I think I'm just going to keep going, and there might be background noise, so I'm very sorry if that happens, but hopefully we'll just be able to finish this. I don't have any sound. Okay, there we go. We're getting some rockin' music, at least in my ear. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but yeah, we should be good. I hope this is good. Okay. Do I remember what's going on? Anyway, happy Valentine's Day. Kinda. It was yesterday, but still, Valentine's Day week. In indie gaming news, First Bite DLC Bad Blood just released yesterday. It is so much fun. I played through it for my little Valentine's Day night. I got kind of drunk and I was playing through it, and it was so much fun. So highly recommend. You can find that on itch.io and Steam. It's by the First Bite team, and also if you haven't never played First Bite, it's so much fun. If you like hot vampires, then you'll love this game. But yeah, Arcade Spirits. What has happened? Dekonami's fucking coming for us. He's coming. He wants to take our place over, basically, and that he probably might have sabotaged us. He might have connection to the ghost monsters, which are the teenage gang that came in here. I got shot, or Cora got shot, and yeah, it's been a kind of a bad time all around. So now we're trying to figure out our plan to how to get them, how to figure out where the ghost monsters are so we can talk to them and get through to Sue, because she really likes this place. So yeah, we've been hearing ideas from everybody. So we'll jump back in with Gavin. They've proven unhelpful so far. Maybe if we go down to the station and fully explain our situation, we might be able to gain the information we need. I feel like this would be a reasonable, steady course of action. I'm not so certain about showing up and just asking for them to open up their files to us, but you're correct. The police would have the information we need. Except cybercrime is a sticky situation. You have to control leaks. If they're looking into the ghost monsters, they won't tell us outright. The key is talking to the right people. I know most of the cops have been to Matt's Donut Shop by name, and I know one friendly officer that'll help us.
Nope, no way.
Why get the cops involved? We already know someone who's got an axe to grind against Sue and her buddies, or rather, a chainsaw. That's right, Queen Bee. We can ask the lovely chainsaw gangs, the ones that shot me. they'll be easier to find and probably be thrilled to divulge all that they have on the ghost monsters. Or they'll cover us up with their switchblades. Could go either way. I'll admit this is a super gutsy move, but if we pull it off, we don't need to involve the authorities at all. This whole situation's a bit too sticky for my liking. Cops and robbers? No thank you. Although the alternative I'm about to suggest may be stickier still. Cora first met the ghost monsters at Deko's Palace, yes? They're regulars there. So we investigate Deko's Palace to find someone who knows Sue and her mates. If we can find a good friend of hers and make them understand why we need to speak to Sue, well, we're already in somewhat good terms with Sue, thanks to Cora's remaining diplomatic about all this. We should keep going with that. The finale! Hi, bestie! I'm pretty sure if I showed my face at Deko's Palace, it would get mashed into paste by his private security goons. But my face wouldn't. Deko doesn't know me. I was Funplex adjacent rather than a Funplex regular. And I think the last time I set foot in Deko's Palace was years ago, so I could wander freely in with Jupiter. Yeah, we could slip in and ask around about Sue without anyone even noticing. I say this kindly strategy is an honest appeal to those who may know her. What could be more cordial?
Definitely.
If she's got a single friend in that place, I'll find them. It's a daring mission in enemy territory, but for you, Cora, I'll do it. Thanks, Juniper. You're the best. What are you looking at me for? I don't have any ideas. I mean, well, you could try Googling for her accounts. I'm reasonably sure Iris already tried that. Iris? Yep, I even used Yahoo, Bing, AltaVista, and Webcrawler. I have no idea what half of those are. Okay, but that's not really what I meant. I mean, checking online forums for arcade enthusiasts. She loves arcades, right? She may have an account there. I've been rejoining online communities lately to try and open up to like-minded folks and socialize a bit more on my own terms. She's got to be lurking on one of these places. Oh. Oh, wait, I know. Oh, a little light bulb is cute. If we can't passively search for her, we can actively call her out. As much as I hate internet trolls, they do get results. If we taunt the ghost monsters online, well, I'm positive Sue's the sort of person who looks herself up constantly, right?
The winner is you.
Of course, and with my help, we can establish fake accounts to spread the message so far and wide that she can't miss it. I suggest we use a public internet access point to keep it from being traced back to Arcade Spirits, though. No, that's delete. That is spam. No, thank you, sir. Ooh, road trip. Road trip. I can tell from Gavin wincing at this that he's not a fan, but he's not a fan of Iris in general, so
Good work.
I like this plan, Miss Naomi. It's pretty quirky, but it just might work. Well, I did say I wanted options. Involving the cops after all the semi-shady things we've done is risky. So is provoking a rival gang of armed hooligans. So is infiltrating Deco's palace. So is... okay. Posting a few troll messages isn't that risky given how much social media companies actually adore trolls and nurture them for advertising dollars. But it could annoy Sue. What's the best path forward? Before I can decide, Juniper raises her hand. All of these sound great, but Corey, you're still recovering from an injury. The less moving around you do, the more likely you'll heal nice and quick. You can't go gallivanting around the city chasing down rumors about the ghost monsters today. I'm just on crutches. I'm not an iron lung or anything. I'm still mobile. Light duty only. Doctor's orders, remember? But I have a solution to this conundrum. It's simple and super effective. Let us do this for you. You've had to tackle all these problems since joining the Funplex by yourself. Why not step back and let us handle this one? Well, okay, sure, but I need to be there when we finally confront Sue. While you're out and about, I guess I'll get some rest so I'm ready for night. Sound good? Sounds good. These are my friends. I trust them entirely. I trust that each of these options will work for getting us what we need. So now, the only question is, which plan do I want to give my Cora seal of approval? We've been very kindly so far, and I like this one. So we will infiltrate Deco's palace as Juniper and Percy. I think our best bet is to keep things quiet. Not involve the police or criminals, not troll the internet, just ask around for some of Sue's friends. Juniper, Percy, you two head off to Deco's palace and see what you can learn. It's less likely to backfire. At worst, you get arrested for loitering around the place, or you get your butts kicked out by security, I guess. Right, we best move along then. You can count on me, Cora. Juniper's got us. That's right. They could count on me always. Cora and I have been friends for years and would be BFFs for many years to come. I knew I'd be by their side forever and a day. Okay, so I wouldn't be by their side today. I'd be at Deco's palace looking for cues, like a teenage mystery sleuth. But I was by their side in spirit. Scooby-Doo. Cora is always solving all these problems for their other friends at the arcade, always going on crazy adventures and getting in trouble, all while I stayed on the sidelines. But now, it's time for Juniper's Day in the Sun. Hell yeah, girl. Or Juniper's Day in the fluorescent tube lighting, anyway. I've never been to Deco's Palace before. I went to Las Vegas once, though, and this place is very much resembled a bad off-strip casino. Pulsating lights flashing everywhere, the constant chirps from the games, and not to mention that heavy smell like greasy fried chicken. Not a pleasant aroma, is it? I know it's you wrinkling your nose. I don't really like junk food. I mean, it's all you can swing when you're poor and don't have much free time, but I prefer cooking proper meals myself, you know? But the target demographic at Deco's Palace adores anything deep-fried and or coated in sugar, you see. So, have you given any thought to how we'll track down someone who knows our elusive ghostly friends then? Simple. It's a process of elimination. We're looking for teenagers, right? So we can rule out any kids or adults here. Plus, Sue and her friends are delinquent. We find some young miscreants and we find our contact. So, you're suggesting we wander up to random, dangerous-looking teenagers and just start asking them?
Correctamundo.
It's foolproof. Yes, well, if I may suggest something a bit more rigorous in terms of a scientific approach. Before Sue and her friends started running wild at Arcade Spirits, she seemed to express an interest in my Mr. Moopy game. Apparently, Deco's Palace has a version of the game that she'd already mastered, well, one which is strikingly different. I think I should start my search there. Perhaps a fellow Moopy aficionado would recognize Sue and be willing to talk about her. Okay, you hang about Moopy. I'll poke around elsewhere and see what I can find. Text me if you hit paydirt.
Seeing ya.
Very well. I'll be in touch. Alright. We'll do this. We're going to track her down. And then an hour passes with nothing. I asked around, but either no one had heard of Sue, or they kind of went quiet and made an excuse to leave after I mentioned her name. Thought about, chasing down some of the folks who seem to know something, but maybe I'm just not gutsy enough. I don't get it. Cora makes this sort of thing look so easy. I thought I could just roll up to Deco's palace, find someone who looks cyberpunky, get the info, bing, bam, boom, done. Instead, I'm nursing a water iced tea at a soda fountain, poking at the basket of french fries after complaining about the greasy junk food, of course. Well, do you? Huh? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I asked if you want a refill on your iced tea. Oh, no, I'm good. Hey, do you know about a young woman named Sue by any chance? About this tall, lavender hair, like Smoopy? I have other customers to attend to. Excuse me. Well, poop butts. Maybe I've struck out. I admit I didn't have much of a plan going into this one. I never have much of a plan, really. I couldn't even work up the nerve to leave that awful job until Cora gave me their approval. Like, I couldn't lay out my own plan for my life. Being an independent artist is hard work, but at least now I have something resembling a plan for my life. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it. I think that's why I admire Cora. Okay, so they need a nudge now and then to get moving. But once they do get the lead out, nothing stands in their way. I need that kind of energy if I'm going to succeed today. I need to not just sit on my butt eating french fries. I gotta get out there and make this happen. Notification by phone snatches my attention, just as I was getting off my bar stool. Possible lead, meet me at Moopy game. This is it. My time to shine. Let's make it happen, Juniper. I believe in you, Juniper. Little Junebug. It takes seconds for me to get there. I can see Percy standing near some weird touchscreen version of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. Oh, which is being played by a little girl standing on a step stool.
I did it!
And if you hit the button, it makes the wizard man eat all the dots. Impressive! You've got wonderful timing, Miss Tia.
Thank you.
Thank you, mister. And thank you for showing me the spinny color game at that party, even if it was super boring. Ah, Miss Tia, this is my friend, Miss Juniper. Oh, I love Percy. Juniper, Miss Tia was here. Juniper, Miss Tia here was here telling me all about her best friend, Miss Sue. She was?
Definitely.
I mean, yes, I see. Sue, right. Okay, this isn't what I expected. I figured any friend of Sue's had to be some rough and tumble punk, not a cute little package of smiles and sunshine. I mean, what's her name? Oh no, what's their name? It starts with a C? They have one of the little adorable redhead one. They're very sweet. So I think Sue likes sweet people. How does the leader of a gang of thugs end up friends with a kindergartner? Still, this was my chance. I had to go for it. Let's see. How would Cora handle introductions? Words gonna be kindly. I'm very pleased to meet you and I hope we can be friends. Okay, time to put in those years of babysitting practice to good work. Hello, Miss Tia. My name is Miss Juniper and I'm very pleased to meet you. I hope we can be friends.
Hello.
I like making friends. Unless you steal people's prize tickets, those people are no good. I wasn't planning to. Okay, then we can be friends. So, how do you know Miss Sue? Oh, Miss Tia was telling me that her brother is the chap we've come to know as Inky. Oh, she's so cute. Look at her little face. I see. Is he around right now? The last thing I need is for one of the ghost monsters to notice us interrogating his sister for information. Now, I'm here with my big sister, but she got bored and went off to talk to her friends and drink milkshakes. We come to this arcade lots and lots. My brother usually ignores me too, but Miss Sue is always very nice to me and tells great jokes. And she loves Moopy, and she can make the wizard man eat all the dots every time. She taught me how to do it. You just gotta kick the game right here and look at all the and it'll look all funny for a moment, then munch, 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 he'll eat the dots right up. I see. Well, Miss Tia, I was hoping to talk to Miss Sue today. Do you know where she is? Or maybe your brother?
It's a secret.
I'm not supposed to tell nobody. Miss Sue said it was a secret. Okay, Juniper, time to use those powers of persuasion. What would Cora do in this situation? Percy, you're being volunteered. I know. Mr. Percy can teach you even more about Moopy the Wizard Man. I don't know how to play this version of Moopy. Oh, well, version? Oh yes, there's so many kinds of Moopy games out there. There's the original arcade classic, this modern update, handheld games, strategy card games, board games. I like board games. Great. Percy will give you his copy of the movie board game. I'm sorry, Percy. He will, but it's vintage and still in its original packaging. Mr. Percy is very generous. Oh, I suppose he is then. Oh, sorry, buddy. I mean, you're rich. You can buy another one. Or we can give her a fake version. It's fine. Very well, I'll give you my movie board game if you tell us about Miss Sue. Oh, I've never chosen this one before. That's funny. I don't remember which other one I chose. I don't know. Okay, I'm feeling very worried about tricking a little girl at this point. Cora sent us here so we could be friendly and diplomatic. Even if it'd be super easy to dupe this kid, I should be a little more honest. Miss Tia, the thing is, someone is being very mean to my friend, Mix Cora, and we're hoping Miss Sue can help us. That's really... Don't you turn off. That's really why we want to talk to her. We want to be friends with Miss Sue, so she'll help us against this bully. Maybe she won't want to help, but we have to try. Miss Cora believes in being kind to people. That's why they sent us here, to find someone who's friends with Miss Sue, so we can make all of this better again. Would you be willing to help us? If you don't want to, that's okay. We'd understand. Mix Cora? They and Mr. Percy tried to help me when I lost all my tickets. I was so sad that day, but they helped me feel not bad anymore. Yes, this is pays off later. And you seem really nice, Miss Juniper, so okay, if you're going to be nice to Miss Sue, I'll tell you. There's an really old arcade where my brother and Sue and her friends all hang out. It's not too far from my home, and it's got so many games in it. Percy gets his phone out and starts trying to figure out the address based off her description of the area. I'm just relieved to be out of the spotlight as you translate from little girl ease to workable map ease. Huh. Says here it's a warehouse owned by Nostalgia Commodities. It's a super big house with one huge room, a really tall ceiling, and stairs and stuff.
Good.
Sounds accurate. Very well. Shall we depart? I'm sure Mix Cora is eager to make friends with Miss Sue. Since we're friends and stuff now, you know, Sue isn't really her name, right? Not her whole name, I mean.
Secret.
Her name's Secret, so... I can't ask this poor girl to divulge any more secrets. I already feel a bit weird about this. But she motions for me to kneel down anyway, so she can whisper. Her name is... Ow.
Pardon me?
Pardon? Okay, I gotta find my big sister. Bye! What was that about? I think I just figured out a lot of what's going on. I'll tell you on the way back to Arcade Spirits. Not only did we learn where Miss Sue was hiding out, we might have just been handed one heck of a plot twist. I can't wait to get home and divulge this information to Cora, and now that I think about it, I'm glad I can help out my BFF. Cora means a lot to me. We've been friends for years and hopefully many more years to come. All we have to get past this teensy-weensy little bump in the road, right? Just like stop a megalomaniac arcade czar from ruining our hopes and dreams using nothing more than a street address and a name. But I'm going to do this. I'll be right by Cora's side all the way to the end. We win together or we go down together. No other way. Even if I'm kind of like hoping for a win. Okay, we will... I have to go get a drink. I'll be right back. Okay, we're good. We're back. I awakened to sounds of pain. More specifically, the groans of pain escaping from my own throat. Apparently getting shot in the leg hurts. Hurts a lot. And sleeping on a second-hand employee couch probably isn't the finest choice for rest. Oh. The nap was a definite necessity, however. I'm not operating at full speed anymore and won't for a few weeks to come. But sleep didn't make my muscle any less achy. If anything, I've got a headache on top of it. Joys of joys. But right now, I've got 99 problems. My physical condition ain't one. The fate of Arcade Spirits is what matters most. Beep beep, Cora. You should probably be getting up now. I'm up. Goody. So, have you any thought to how you're going to win over Sue's favor once you go confront her? Well, usually I just sort of stumble through these things and decide stuff like that on the fly. That's no good. You know, those intense identity situations I've been tracking? The ones where you can't take certain approaches that don't mesh with your personality? What, like I can't crack wise if I'm not a jokey type person? Well, it's not so much that you can't, more so you shouldn't try something that goes against who you are as a person. People will see right through it. And I'm betting Sue will know if you're play acting as something you aren't. This will be a super intense identity situation. Only one way through. When the time comes, you're going to have to take a stand based on your highest personality score. Ugh, not the more numbers and systems. It's for your own good, Cora. I'm just trying to help you make decisions that will save Arcade Spirits, and that means being true to your spirit. And what's that mean exactly? According to my calculations right now, your best bet on for how to convince Sue is to be kindly. You've done a great job opening your heart up to others and getting them to empathize with you. Do that with Sue and she'll be friends, and she'll be your friend in no time. Uh-huh, and if I don't want to take that approach? It's a bit late to change who you are as a person, Cora. Remember, my numbers and scores only help me understand who you are. Who you are is who you've chosen to be. It's a causal relationship. But with the help of your friends, you could maybe get some ideas, nudge things around a bit until you feel confident taking a different tactic than the usual one. Where's my keyboard away? I don't think I could take any other option even if I tried. Speaking of your friends, here's one now.
Hey.
Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. See, now I'm just hungry. What's up? We did it. We found a little girl that Sue befriended and convinced her to help us. Now we know where to go and who we can expect to find. Specifically, we got Sue's real name. I'm guessing it's not Sue? Oh, it's Sue. Tsunami. Tsunami? So bad. Why would you do this to her? No wonder she fucking hates you because you named her Tsunami. We'd been assuming all along the ghost monsters were guns for hire paid off by Dekonami to ruin our opening day. But if Sue is actually Deko's daughter... Yeah, I feel sorry for her to get named after Tsunami. Tsunami, seriously? Deko should have been tried in the hog for that one. Poor kid must have gotten from all sides growing up with that kind of name. No wonder she turned to a life of crime. Maybe I'll be lucky and she'll be mad enough to punish him for a name by drowning him in a tidal wave. Maybe not. No way around this now. Okay, that changes everything. What a twist, huh?
Definitely.
But I'm not worried. I know you. You can easily talk the pants off a pants-wearing person. Easily. So, what if a hired goon is actually the guy's daughter? You're Cora. Solve real problems, sort out a messes, general amazing person. But I'm coming with you, just to be safe. You shouldn't go into this alone.
BFFs for life.
You're my best friend in the whole world, and I'm not going to let some evil gang whack you or anything like that if things go sideways. Otherwise, I'd have to train for years in the secret art of the ninja to avenge your death. And ain't nobody got time for that. Sneaky ninja, you wear loud colors. How's that work? Jupiter, you wear bright pink and purple clothes and dye your hair. How exactly are you going to stealthily stalk your prey as a secret ninja assassin? If anime has taught me anything, is you can wear the clothes the color of a marine rescue equipment and still be a ninja. It's all the attitude and the knives and somehow replacing yourself with a log when people attack you. It's not going to come to that though. We'll be fine. I've got faith in you. You've come too far, gone through so much to overcome so many troubles. You're not going to lose everything you struggled over for this. I never believed in the so-called Android family curse, and today will prove that I'm right. Still, convincing Sue to flip on her father, that's going to be tricky. I was told I only have one chance at this, that I need to go with whatever I do best, but if I talk this through with someone, maybe I can learn a different path. I'm open to ideas. How would you handle this? She's a kid. You need to live hard and fast and young, too. Play around, boast a bunch, show her you're not some stick in the mud like her old man. But, well, you almost might consider keeping her cool. Stay level-headed and let her make the first move, and then counter her strategy. Honestly, I could see this either way. I guess it's up to you. What do you think? Yeah, we can... I'm pretty sure we can outthink Tsunami any day of the week. I remember being a teenager once. Wasn't the brightest bulb. I think I can play this cool and let her make the first move, then outsmart Sue. Okay, run with that then. When you're ready to go, come find me. We'll go together and save Arcade Spirits from its horrible, horrible doom. Well, this is it. Either we sort this mess out or Arcade Spirits crashes and burns. Or, I get killed. I guess it's always an option considering I'm about to confront a street gang that indirectly got me shot in the first place. I don't even want to consider the possibility of death. I'm immortal until proven otherwise, but, well, if this is the end, I should probably go have some words with my friends before I march towards doom, if only to get their opinion on how I should approach Sue. Grab my crutches, I thump-swing my way to the arcade proper and track down some folks. Let's see, I've already talked with Juniper. Who else do I want to talk about before we leave? Alright, let's just go in order. Naomi would be at her workshop, no doubt. I should check in with her and see how she feels about all this. Also, let's check my stats with everyone. Okay. I'm sorry, Gavin. I don't know why you don't like me. Dum-de-dum. Oh. It looks like she's happily tinkering with some old 1980X arcade circuit board. Hey, Naomi. Hey, Cora. Good to see you. I remember when I first met her. She'd jump in surprise if I approached like this. Seems those days are over. Now I'm greeted with a warm smile. Listen, I'm heading up to talk about Sue soon, so I just wanted to talk a bit before I go. I'm sure you'll do great. In all the time I've known you, you've been terrific with people. Better than I've been, at least. If anyone could swear to her side, it's you. I mean, look at all this. She gestures arms wide to her surroundings. What, your workshop? No, I mean Arcade Spirits itself. Look at everything you've built. And how did you do it? By talking to people, helping them understand your dream. You get what I mean, right? By being who you are, you can make miracles happen. You know what? I'm just me, Naomi. Nor any person with a big heart. Naomi, I'm just me. Little old me. I've got a big heart and I wear it on my sleeve, but it's up to others to decide if they want to do the same and join me. So far, it's worked out okay, but tonight, I don't know. Maybe I'm not up to this. Tonight, Sue will see your heart and know you're in the right when her father's in the wrong. Don't be so humble that you downplay your own accomplishments, Cora. I know what it's like to cut yourself down a peg, scared of being too proud. It's easy to fall into that trap. So when I say you're a great person, take the compliment. Okay then. So how do you think I should approach Sue? Well, if it was me, I'm not happy about how they ruined our opening day. Honestly, I'm downright miffed about it. I'd probably go at him like a fireball because I'm downright fierce. But I know that probably wouldn't work. Taking the high road is the better path. You've got a steep hill to climb here, making her flip on not only a partner in crime, but on her family. So you're going to have to try and understand her heart. She kept saying she likes her arcade. Play into that. Be kind, understanding, and empathetic. Yes. Challenging her ego and insulting her is definitely not going to work. Playing nice makes sense. You're right. I'll consider it. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Believe me, I kind of want to kick her teeth in. But I know that's wrong. Even if we're never friends, we still have to at least try to understand her. I better get back to work. These replacement ROMs aren't going to stock to themselves. Even if the arcade ends up closing down. I'm deciding to be optimistic. You can do it, Cora. Best of luck. Oh, hey, mind if I ask your opinion on something? Sure, what's up? What do you think of Gavin? Like, I mean, I know he's mostly a money-grabbing, prize game-loving stick in the mud, but, well, ever since Arcade Spirits, oh, look at her little blush. Ever since Arcade Spirits and all of us working together, I don't know, maybe soften up a bit. I think you're a good influence on him. Do you think he'd be the kind of person to put old arguments aside and, No, we've got to stay focused. We need to save the arcade. Forget I brought it up. After offering a brief hug of support, Naomi returns to her work. No, you should go after him, girl. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? Gavin. I find Gavin looming large over the arcade floor behind the ticket desk. Seems he was expecting me. So, our complications have developed complications. Seems to be the case. And you like my advice on the matter? Seems to be the case. Be clear with Sue. Be honest and be ready to rise to whatever challenge she poses to you.
Perhaps.
If you let her make the first move, you can counter move through improvisation. I know you're talented at it. Use that talent to let her set up her own traps and step in them. Treat her with respect. But in the end, she's just a kid. You can outthink a teenager, I'd like to believe.
Take this matter seriously.
If you can take the situation seriously and approach with a clear mind, I've got no doubt you'll win the day. Agreed? Sure. I just need to get points with you. Sounds about right. Going ready to form a strategy based on the conditions of the ground and play them out that strategy with a calm hand. Precisely the way I'd handle it. You know, when you first came to the Funplex, I had serious doubts about you. I'd assume you'd just fill a seat and do the low-level labor while I focus on higher-order management tasks. So I've largely kept my distance, or tried to at least, out of professional respect. But I can't help to have come to know you over the time we spent together. You're not a minimum wage trainee any longer. You've taken the opportunity to run with it, developing not only the Funplex, but a whole new arcade as well. I know we're facing a difficult challenge, and I'm not going to blindly assume everything will just be fine either.
Certain.
But I know if this is possible, if we can save off bankruptcy, you'll be capable of doing it. You know what? Thank you, Gavin. Your respect means a lot to me. Thank you, Gavin. I'm glad I've earned your respect. I've worked hard to get us all where we are today, and I don't intend to let any of you down. Of that, I have no doubt. All that remains for me is to wish you the very best in your efforts tonight. Do Arcade Spirits proud. Do us all proud. We're counting on you. Naomi especially. I swore to protect her dream once, even if I've been inadequate at the task, unable to truly understand her heart. I hope she can forgive me for my earlier mistakes now that we've been all pulling together for Arcade Spirits. I must admit a fondness. Have you told her that? Well, no. Oh. But perhaps I should. Not that I mean to distract you, as you were. I'll also talk to you before we leave. Look at Ashley. Ashley's wandering around the arcade floor, practicing what I can only assume are magical girl final attack sequences. Aren't you out of costume for that? Ashley finishes up a twirl before addressing me. You can take the magic girl out of the outfit, but you can't take the magic girl out of your heart. Plus, I'm practicing for the final boss fight. Aren't you ready? What? Cora, you dig role-playing games, right? Doesn't this feel like you're about to enter the final boss fight like in every RPG ever? Look, you've gathered all your team members. See us, your friends. And we're all hunkered down in a deep, dark, damp cave. See also Arcade Spirits. And now we're having this epic sentimental chance about winning or losing. It couldn't be more spot on.
What if?
Although, I do wonder what class you be, Cora. As long as Sue doesn't metamorphose into a six-winged floating half-torso monster as Gregorian chants play in the background, I think I can handle it. Speaking of which, how are you going to handle it? I have a few options floating around my mind, but I was checking in with the others to see what they recommend. If it was me trying to take down the final boss, I would give in to Sue's spunk and sass. Make Bizarro final fight by playing into Sue's sense of adventure. Joke around with her. Maybe if we match up our antics with ours, we might just best her at her own silly game. Sue likes games, but not being the butt of her own game. I'm not sure leaving it up to Justin Japes is the best way to tackle Sue. While she seems to like fun and games, she's a very real threat to Arcade Spirits. There's gotta be a better way. I just know what I know, which is final boss fights. But I also know something else, which is to always trust Cora. Yes! Whatever you end up doing, I know you're going to save Arcade Spirits and consequently us all. Isn't that a little too hopeful? There's a very real chance I can fail at this. This isn't some game, this is real life. Of course, I realize that, but I gotta have hope. I believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself. And here's when I get real sappy. Ever since you came to the Funplex that day, you've affected us all. You've changed our lives. And mine. For the better, of course. I've been watching you grow and change into this person before me, and you've inspired me to do the same. Become the person I want to be. So Cora, no matter what happens in there, just know you've made friends here, friends that'll last a lifetime. Yeah. I'm so happy to call you my friend too. Ashley, you showed me the ropes on how to be a floor attendant. Without your guidance in those early days, I think I would have gone eaten alive. True, I remember Gavin and Naomi being particularly hungry that day. But seriously, floor attendant friends gotta stick together. And just so you know, you've been a tremendously amazing friend. Ashley twiddles her fingers for a second and then deviates from the seriousness. Well, I know you got things to do before the big fight. Just make sure you're stocked up on potions and don't forget to have the correct weapons equipped. All I have is this crutch. Didn't you see the stats on it though? Crutches do double damage to pesky teenagers. Good to know. And Ashley? Yeah, Cora? Thanks for being so bright in this dark hour. You got a friend, now go out there and kick all the butts. Alright. Water break. I think I spot Percy sitting in the restaurant area. Yep, there he is, munching from a bowl of pretzels and watching some fighting game tourney on the sports channel.
Hello.
Oh, Cora, you've heard the news then? That our arch enemy is the father of our second arch enemy? Yeah.
Rather unfortunate.
Unpleasant business, that. Simply unpleasant. I wish I could offer you boundless enthusiasm and a show of confidence, but this whole situation's gone rather out of the hand, hasn't it? As a matter of investment, my advice at this stage would be to cash out while you still can. I mean, I know you won't, but that's what I'd suggest. Life is short, take it from me. Best to make the most of what you have than to lose it all. So apologies for my inability to offer a pep talk. Afraid I'm rather melancholy today. It's okay, Percy. I'll take care of this little problem we're facing. And I'll hold out hope. I'm not certain as to how you'll do this, but I'll hold out hope nevertheless. Well, how would you do it if you were willing to give it a go? Tricky. I don't know how effective it would be, but I'd like to approach as a friend. Connect with Sue on an individual level. It's going to be difficult, mind you. She's young, she's got something to prove, she has friends she needs to impress. Digging through all that to get to her heart, well, you got your work cut out for you, yes? Won't be easy, but I think I could do it. I've been considering taking a general approach, yeah. Thanks for the advice, Percy. Anytime, love. No matter what, if this turns violent again, you should take the better part of valor and run for it. You've got your youth and your health. Take it from somebody sitting in the Reaper's waiting room. There's no sense hastening that meeting. He always seems to joke about his own short lifespan, even though he's the only one who seems capable of laughing at it. Maybe I should really try and talk to him about this. Look, Percy, about your condition. Percy, we love you. We want you happy and healthy. Can nothing really be done? Are you sure your condition is truly a death sentence? Can nothing be done? Percy, we love you. You're a part of the Arcade Spirits family. I'd rather have you here with us enjoying Moopy rather than attending your funeral. I know everyone else feels the same way. So you sure there's nothing left to do? He does seem a bit taken aback at the outpouring of the sentiment, and pauses before replying. I suppose it's not like no stone's gone unturned. There are some options. I just don't see the point of taking them. It seems like a waste. I'm not all you seem to think I am, not compared to. So you're saying there are options that could save you? Could, maybe, possibly, and I may consider them, perhaps. But our focus tonight should be on you, not me. Don't let my situation weigh on your mind, not at this critical moment. I'll hear no more of it, understand? Fine.
Lovely.
Now get out there and do right by your friends. Save Arcade Spirits, and I've decided to hold out hope after all. Lovely, isn't it? Percy, I'm gonna drag your ass to the hospital. Come on! Queen Bee. Obviously, Queen Bee is playing Prisoner's Discomfort, right? Make my way to the FOD cabinet, and I'm in no way surprised to see her playing. Although this time, it's without the fancy rig and camera setup. It's just her.
Come on!
Oh, I fucking hate playing against the AI. It's no challenge at all. I could do this with my fucking eyes closed. Hey kid, jump in here and be my opponent. I know better than to do that, Queen Bee. You would pulverize me inside and out. I'd be nothing but a human flesh puddle by the end. Sort of like how you're going to take down the Deco family. Huh? Queen Bee definitely hits a button combination, which officially takes out her AI enemy. Moving herself from the cabinet, she pulls at her jacket, straightening it out. I'm imagining you going to Sue's hideout, kicking down the front door, guns a-blazing, yelling at her at the top of your lungs, and challenging Sue to one final showdown. What do you think? I think you've been talking to Mrs. Ashley. Her imagination is rubbing off on you. Listen, she's a gamer, and we know she's got a bit of competitive streak, right? Be confident, throw down your best shit talk. She won't be able to fight against it. She'll easily see we're superior to Daddy Dearest. I don't think Sue would appreciate that. As much as I like to, Sue doesn't like the spotlight being taken from her. I think there are better ways to handle this. You might be right. No matter how you decide to take Sue out, as one of the 4 Heavenly Kings, I endorse you. In fact, I want to further my career as a pro gamer if it wasn't for you. When you first showed up the Funplex, I thought you were going to be an easy fodder for me to crush beneath my heels. It's supposed to make me feel better? Hold on a minute, kid. Let me finish. But as I got to know you, aren't just another fan. You're a true friend. Sometimes when I'm frustrated, I look to you for inspiration. Me? But I'm just Cora.
Not bad.
Yeah. Shit, right? Watching you overcome your fears and fight for Arcade Spirits, it makes my soul burn. It makes me realize I can overcome anything too. Even my most hardcore battles. So when you go in there tonight, don't have any doubt. You're a fucking badass person. And even more badass friend. I'm like, yeah. I am fucking awesome. F yeah, when you put it like that, I am pretty badass. Probably the most badass friend you got, isn't that right, Queen Bee? Oh, kid, stop. You're splitting my sides. But seriously, I'm glad to have you as a friend. I know. I love her so much. Okay. I can't handle any more of this mushy friendship talk. Gonna ruin my reputation as the most radical person here. And we can't have that. I don't think anyone believes you're less than radical.
Thanks.
Oh, thanks, kid. Oh. Now go on and do your thing. Oh, and don't forget to kill him dead tonight. Hopefully not, as I'm about to retort, she beats me to it. I mean that, I meant that literally, not figuratively. Ta! Alright, we're talking to Teo. There's one place I just know I'm going to find Teo. And when I get there, he's already on stage, grooving to the beat. It's exactly like the day I first encountered Teo. Not a care in the world beside the BPMs and flashing lights surrounding him. Never skip a day, do you? Even when impending doom is nigh? Even when we're about to go head-to-head with Sue? I think I might have missed a couple days when I got the flu once. But seriously, just thinking about you facing off against Deco's daughters worried the heck out of me. That's why I hopped on Showtime stage, quell the anxiety. It's a good way to clear my mind and work off any stress. Teo wipes the sweat from his brow and he hops down from the cabinet to join me on the arcade floor. Teo's carefree nature sheds and he looks at me dead in the eyes. Cora, you don't realize how much you've impacted us all, do you? I know it may not seem like it, but all of us have been impacted by what you've done for us and for our arcades.
Thank you.
We're all super grateful, especially me and my crew. You've helped us grow my community of dancers and kept us from harm, even when we tend to break the fire codes. I feel like you took the charge for that. I just provided a place for you to all play Showtime stage. Exactly. Without you, my crew, no, me. I wouldn't have been able to grow without your guidance. You've taught me so much. Since I met you, you've shown that it's possible to care for others and take care of your own needs. And for that, I'm truly honored to be your friends. Oh. You know what? How could I not care for my friends? Friends are so important for me. Through the Funplex, I've made such close ones too. I can't wait to see what the future holds for all of us. Without my friends, I'd be lost. And we'd be lost without you, Cora. Lost in the sea of beeps and boops. I smile at Teo. He's always got a way to bring up the mood. Right now, I could use that brightness. Your words are comforting. But Teo, with you and everyone else counting on me, maybe I should get on the stage and dance. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't stressed. And you have every right to be. You don't have to find a way to convince Sue to join our side. You have to find a way to convince Sue to join our side. I don't envy you right now, Cora. Not one bit. By the way, how are you going to do that? What's the plan? I'm still trying to figure that out, actually. What would you do if you were me? Teo takes a minute to really think it over. Huh. Sue's still a teenager, right? Very much so. And what do teenagers do best? Rebel? Precisely. And how do they rebel? By doing what they want when they want. They're all about having fun, appeal to her sense of adventure and mischief. You're sure to convince her if you act childish as she will. Sue may be young, but she's hardly a child. This isn't like a game of hide and seek. She's smarter and wilder than that. Being silly isn't going to do me any favors on winning her favor. You always know best, Cora. No matter what happens in there, Mateo and his wily crew of dancers have always got your back. You're a part of our community after all, and a bond like that never dies. Thank you for believing in me. No problem, my friends. Now go out there and show them your moves. Alright, I'm ready to go. No sense putting it off any longer. I talked to everyone I wanted to. I gathered as much information as I could. I'm just delaying the inevitable at this point. It's time to do this for the sake of my future, my dreams, my friends' dreams, and the arcade spirit itself. And on to my roomie, and together we depart. It's a short trip across town, and before we know it, we're standing outside the Ghost Monsters HQ, a rundown warehouse in the bad side of town. The wooden sign, long since fallen off the side of the building, identifies it belonging to Nostalgia Commodities, Inc. Ugh, this place is a mess. I'd ask if a tornado hit it, but I'm pretty sure a twister would only improve the situation. Maybe a tsunami hit it? Can you think of a better place for a street gang to lay low? Odds are Deco owns this building anyway. Correct. Nostalgia Commodities Incorporated is wholly owned subsidiary of Deco's Palace LLC. So he's not just her patron and her father, he's her landlord? This keeps getting worse and worse. Hang in there, Jupiter. We can make this work. The bad side of town, across the tracks, if you... Absolutely. Oh, don't get me wrong. Give it your best. I'm nervous, okay? But if anyone can do this, it's you. I'll be here for support, but you should do most of the talking. I'll speak up if I spot an opportunity. Let's do this. I sigh once, looking over my companion. I'm sure glad I'm not going at this alone. I'm nervous for sure, but I know what I have to do. I settle down on my crutches, armpits resting on the padding as I prepare to enter the belly of the beast.
Hey, listen.
Iris, kind of about to be in the middle of something here. I know. I've spontaneously reprogrammed myself to include a new measurable metric which should be useful for your mission. I call it the Incredible Right Indicator of Success. Or IRIS for short. Hey, when you have a great acronym already, you might as well use it. I'm going to start analyzing Sue's vocal patterns once you step in there and determine how close you are to convincing her. That way, you'll know if you're on the right track or if you need to try something different. Let's look at your current score. Currently, you have a 0.0 chance of success. Yay? Well, okay, that's probably a bit disheartening, but think of it like if I walked away right now, I'd fail miserably, instead of I'm doomed. But speaking of doom, well, since there is a chance you can actually fail at this time, rather than be assured that you can mumble your way through the problem, would you like me to back up your data first? Yeah, we're going to save the game. That's a pretty obvious. You're now ready to proceed. Good luck. Taking a deep breath, I thump swing my way into the warehouse on my crutches with my companion beside me. I don't know what I expected to find on entering the lair of a notorious gang of cybercriminals, but a makeshift arcade that roused my own was not high on the list. If this is a dumping ground of a warehouse for Deco's industry, it makes sense though. A place where old arcade games go to die, turned into a playland for punks. A disorganized maze of games litters the ground floor, poorly lit and barely functional. Only some of the screens are on, and many have serious ghosting and burn-in. As for the ghost monsters themselves, The good news is they haven't noticed our arrival. As I look up, I can see them on the second floor in the catwalks. Huh, they seem distracted. That's good news. The bad news? They're distracted because they have a visitor. Oh, fuck you. How unfortunate. I have to say, Sue, I'm extremely disappointed in you. It's hard to get a good angle from down here, hidden in the shadows, but it sounds like the old man's ranting his daughter in his usual passive-aggressive way. I could stay hidden and eavesdrop on their conversation to gather more information, or I could announce myself and barge in on them. Both are risky. But which makes sense for how I'm about to handle this negotiation we're about to have, though. We're gonna eavesdrop. Take a drink. Our cute little logo. I motion for Juniper to stay quiet, and we lurk in the shadows below the catwalks above. You should be out there doing what you agreed to do, not hiding away in your clubhouse, a clubhouse I pay the rent for, I should add. You want to keep your little playground, yes? Hard for me to do if some competitor rises to hurt my bottom line.
Attention.
Look at me while I'm talking to you, Sue. I'm trying to explain how the world works. Pay attention. Yes, Dad. It's hard to tell from this angle, but I could swear she said that through gritted teeth. There's a certain forced tone to it as well.
Am I not generous?
I don't ask for much. I feel I look the other way when you and your friends cause trouble. I bail you out of jail. I let you skip school as often as you want. That sounds like a bad father. All told, I feel like I've been a lenient father who understands and appreciates his daughter's inclinations. Like you know the first fucking thing about me. What was that? Speak up. I can't hear you. And don't look to your little friends. Look at me. Reluctantly, Sue's eyes meet with her father's. Yes, Dad. Sorry, Dad.
You understand, yes?
All I want from you is so very, very little. It's what you'd be doing anyway, really. Go back there and keep causing trouble for Arcade Spirits. Or do you really want me to pull back all of my support of your little gang? Leave you twisting in the wind at the mercy of the cybercrime task force? Of course not, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. I think I'm starting to understand this situation. She's under his thumb, but not by choice, and she hates it. Good. Now then, why haven't you finished the job? Oh, come on. I almost fucking died thanks to the evading lovely chainsaw turf. If we go back there, I'm hearing excuses, Sue. I thought you were made of stronger stuff than that. Some delinquents are chasing you away. Really? How are you going to eventually inherit my empire if you can't stand up some school brats? Like I want your damn
Pay
empire.
attention.
Speak up, I tell you. Quit looking at the floor. And we lock eyes. Through the metal gate grate flooring she's standing on. Her hands go to her hips in an overly confident fashion as she bends over like a child finding a lucky penny on the sidewalk. Well, what do you know? Crap, she spotted us. Inky, Blinky, we have guests. She snaps her fingers, suddenly an aura of command about her as she's distracted from the verbal beatdown by her father and the goon swarm flanking us. We're quickly hustled up the stairs, well, as quickly as I can manage on crutches. Now's this time to use this moment to my advantage and know just what to say. It's an odd welcome mat, but I'll take it. Sue? Deco? Good to see you. Apologies for barging in this late hour, but you're a little difficult to track down, I've found. Deco's face twists into a grotesque blend of anger and fear. What in the hell? I can't be seen here if any record ends up online. Jeez, Dad, relax. Relax. Clyde? That's what their name was. On cue, Clyde steps in from the shadows, their fingers dancing over their phone as they concentrate on the screen. Both of them have phones with Iris Assistant apps loaded. We're blocking their outgoing data streams. There should be no verifiable data evidence of this conversation uploaded anywhere. I can't stop the Irises from hearing you, but I can hijack their accounts if you need me to, so we can manually wipe their memory. Just say the word. We'll see. Thanks, Clyde. Clyde nods in agreement, backing out of the spotlight. Happy now, Dad? You're clear. Quit freaking out.
As you like.
Not that it matters. My business with this Mix and Dread is already concluded. I was more than courteous to see you, and you spat in my face. It's clear we'll never see eye to eye, and I have nothing more to say to you. Actually, we're not here to talk to you. I came here tonight to have a chat with, wait for it, your daughter. Timing's everything. How did you...
Well. You're a resourceful one. A squeaky clean arcade industry titan can't let anyone know about his hooligan daughter, can he? No. So I've had to keep that under wraps. Good work sleuthing it out. I was hoping I'd see you again. You run a great arcade. You treat me and my friends with respect, and you take a bullet from me.
That's why I took the bullet for her. And also because she's a teenager. I figured they wouldn't shoot the love interest.
I can be totes honest with you when I say I didn't want to ruin your arcade. It rocks. All that snazzy neon, all those great games, all that fun.
Yeah, you're fucked,
I
Dekonami.
didn't want to trash your big moment, but, well,
She casts a sidelong glance at her father.
Didn't exactly have a choice, did I?
I know. Well, we're getting there already. That's only the first two things. We haven't even started the little convo yet. I won't have to come back and cause you more trouble after that, so I stayed away. Figured I'd done what I had to and could leave it at that. But you didn't finish the job. Arcade Spirit still stands. Not that it matters, I suppose, nor this little last-ditch effort to save it. I see your game, Excendrats. It's obvious as the sad little strategic moves you made so far to keep your arcade afloat. Sadly, nothing you do or say will save Arcade Spirits from my inevitable takeover. This is simply how the industry works. Now, Sue, it's time to finish what you started. Sue shifts her attention from her father back to me. It's hard to read what she's thinking, but I have to think of something to calm the tension. I step forward, my fist clenched, ready. Before words escape me, someone is by my side. You've wrecked Cora's dreams one time too many, Deco, and tonight you're going down. Sue's gonna show you the door, and then she's gonna push your face through it. Hopefully.
Seriously? If you think you could come here and convince my daughter to turn on me, you're sorely mistaken. Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. She knows I'm the one she can rely on at all times. Without me, what is she? Just a simple thief with simple friends.
The ghost monsters exchange glances at each other, frowning and rolling their eyes. But they don't know another word or move against Deco. They clearly want to pounce, but hold themselves back.
I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. Oh, and I also put a roof over her head, feed her, and clothe her. I spare no expense.
That's just what you're supposed to do.
In other words,
You're her parent.
she knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice. After all, Father knows best. Father knows all. And in the world of arcades, Deco Nami knows and controls all. You can't stop that. You can't fight it, and you can't win. Sue, if you would kindly show our friend the exit, as forcefully as you like, perhaps make a game of it. See if your buddies can wreck the other leg.
Oh, fuck you. You want to get punched again? Seriously? Addictive much? Do it. Ugh, fine. Inky, Pinky, bounce them both. Flick the wrist, Sue gestures for her buddies to make us into street pizza. This is it. This is the moment. I need to say something that will convince Sue to do the impossible, to flip over her control freak father. So it has to be something absolutely true to my core, to who I've become as a person. Time for Cora Endret to pull one more rabbit out of a hat. You're stronger than him, Sue. You don't need Deco. He needs you, and I can help you see that. This feels wrong, Sue. I'm not talking about kicking us out or kicking us around. I'm talking about you taking orders from him. Sue, through our recent interactions, I've come to know you and your heart. You love arcades, but you're working for someone who loathes them while doing his dirty laundry. If you hear me out, I know I can help you see that too. You're stronger than Deco. You don't need him. He needs you. But if you'd rather mash than the paste, well, I stand on one foot, arms wide, to make it a little bit easier for her. Do as you wish. Are you quite done babbling yet?
A foolish fool.
Get this over with, Sue. I'm done dealing with this fool. And yet, Sue's holding up a hand to stop the two goons she's about to sick on us. What are you waiting for, young lady? I said to get rid of them. It's just babbling, right? So who cares? Specifically, why do you care, Dad? You afraid Cora will say something you don't want your dear daughter to
I
hear?
run the show. Not
Well,
you.
well, I want to hear this. Oh, if you don't want to hear it, no one's keeping you here, old man. What? Shh, the adults are talking. Deco's visibly seething, but Sue's clearly taken the floor. Deco crosses his arms in defiance and opts to let his daughter continue. Okay, Cora. Okay, you've got temporary reprieve from my boys make you into a Picasso. Say what you came to say, and if I'm not like super duper incredibly totally swayed by your amazing charisma, you're out the door, or possibly the window. This is it, my chance to convince Sue. I have to do this, and it's not just me, I have my BFF at my side ready to support me. This is it, Cora. You can make your dreams come true and save Arcade Spirits.
Yes.
I believe in you. Let's help Sue see your heart's wish.
Oh, man.
Oh God, you are painfully cheerful, aren't you? That's me. Life's kind of rough, I know, and Cora and I have had terrible luck, it's true. But I've never lost my hope. I know if we hang in there, we'll find the future we deserve. Cora, if you promise to make the walking greeting card here to pipe down, I'll hear you out. She says that, but she's definitely smirking. Gotcha. You can do it. Okay, okay. What do you got for me? Make your case already. Deep breaths, count to 10, refocus myself. I slow my racing pulse, bringing this down to something more heartfelt, more personal. I have to connect with Sue, empathize with her. This isn't just about me being convincing. I need to befriend her and lay bare emotional truths in her heart. I glance at Iris on my phone screen, who simply shrugs. We're entering far more subtle territory. I can't rely on her to tell me what responses may or may not work. It's time to be the best I can be, on my own. Okay, let's, You love arcades. You got pixels in your heart, Sue. I mean, look at this place. It's amazing. You've built one heck of an arcade here, all so your friends have a fun place to relax and enjoy themselves. It's not that great. Lots of the games are busted. Seriously? You think you can appeal to her love of these pieces of garbage? The only reason she has any of these games is because I couldn't find the space in a landfill for them. They were my cast-off. What's the love?
Wrong.
Damn it, Dad. They're not junk. When I was a kid, I used to love going to your arcades. Bring your daughter to work day was a treat. I got to have fun and enjoy all these great games. I felt special, like I was a special kid because my daddy ran an arcade. I felt good, like you were this amazing person I would look up to. But then you started throwing them out and replacing them with fucking slot machines and mobile game ports. Sensing it's losing her, Deco switches tactics.
Am I not generous?
And I gave you the games you loved. See, they're all down there. Instead of throwing them out, I gave you a very generous gift as my beloved daughter. It's not going to be enough to say she loves games. I have to take Deco down a peg. Do you feel love, Sue, like a beloved daughter? And do you feel like a beloved daughter, Sue? Do you really think Deco actually cares about you? Of course I care. I know I'm not the best father. I made mistakes, but when my life left me, I fought for custody. I wanted to provide for my daughter. She's the heir to my empire, and that's an investment I won't toss aside. If I've done wrong by you, Sue, I can promise I can change. There's no reason to trust Mix and Dread over your own flesh and blood. Family means we are together forever, unlike some passing stranger.
Oh, man.
I don't know. He's pretty much the dictionary definition of a lousy father, but he's still my father. I'm stuck with him, he's stuck with me, so I may as well make the best of it. Love doesn't enter into it, it is what it is. Fuck. I don't remember. I don't remember what's the right answers. Okay. Hey Sue, you like Arcade Spirits, right? I offered you a second chance before. It still stands. I'd welcome you and your friends returning to enjoy our games. It's not like you wanted to hurt us. If you agreed to stop pushing Deco's agenda by messing with Arcade Spirits, you can swing by anytime you like. I'll even comp some of your tokens. Sound good? Absolutely. Except for, the small problem with the Lumley chainsaw lying in wait to finish the job and put me in the dirt. Afraid that a couple bucks in tokens won't go real far in paying for my funeral. I appreciate the offer, but honestly, if I wanted to come back, I'd come back, banned or not. There's bigger things at play than what I want, though. Fuck. She raised a hand, shutting me down. We're done talking about this. We're done. Damn, I honestly thought that worked, but she shut me down so fast, I doubt she wanted me to push any harder. I don't know. I forgot. It's been too long since I played this. Okay. There's something I've been paying close attention to as you spar back and forth like this. The ghost monsters. They're trying to be unreadable, just a part of the background noise in the scene, but I can read Clyde, especially, is looking like they're holding back a lot of feelings. Sue, do you think that without Deco, you'd be alone? What about them? I gestured to 3 supremely buff dudes and the nervous-looking individual accompanying them, all in their color-coordinated clothes. I think you're forgetting the ghost monsters. They're more than a gang, they're your friends. They'll support you if Deco won't. If he tries to burn you, they'll stand in front of the flames. You've got the power of friendship on your side, whereas your father doesn't have a friend in the world and needs to rely on you. What's this smattering of thugs and children? You think they can keep her out of jail? You think they can feed her or clothe her? Laughable. I do that. Oh. I don't care if it takes my whole allowance or I have to go get a real job. I'd help her if you won't. Clyde, this isn't... No, Sue, please listen to me. I don't like speaking up, and your dad, he scares me. But Cora's right. We're your friends, and we'll be here for you, right? Fuck yeah. Ghost monsters, ride or die. 20th century television sitcoms teach us that a group of self-chosen friends are the new family structure in America, according to many critical studies. So please, don't feel like you'd be alone. If you chose to side with Cora, you won't be. Clyde shifts embarrassedly, inverting their eyes to the ground, shuffling their feet. It's like they want to say something, but can't find the courage within. Oh, this is ridiculous. Sue, friendship is irrelevant. What matters is power. And your friends have none. Do you really want to trade a powerful ally for a weaker one? As much as I hate to give in to some silly cartoon notion of friendship conquering all, well, I'm a ghost monster. Fuck yeah. Oh my god. Thank fucking Christ. Stu and Clyde exchange a fist bump before Clyde steps back to join their friends. Absurd. Simply absurd. And then, reminder, she was almost killed. I think there's a pretty simple indicator of how much Deco cares for you, Sue. He nearly got you killed. He didn't know that was Lovely Chainsaw territory when he asked us to go to Arcade Spirits. Did you tell him? Of course. And how did he react? He didn't care.
I don't follow.
Why should I? Some pathetic little gang of campfire scouts pretending to be a menace to society? They're nothing. I like to think my daughter and her friends are clever enough, strong enough to overcome such nonsense. Except they nearly killed her. That giggling gather of girls proved to be more dangerous than you thought they'd be, Deco. No doubt the shooter would have peed her panties in fear before getting the nerve to pull the trigger if you hadn't startled her. Making some assumptions there, Deco. For all you know, they're stone cold to the core, and now you're pushing for her to go back into their turf. A hard lesson, but one she must learn. If Sue can't learn to rise to such mediocre challenges, she won't be ready to inherit my empire.
Understand.
Am I a harsh tutor? Perhaps, but I know Sue will be stronger for facing her fears, worthy of the challenges to come in running Deco's palace. You know what? She doesn't want to. Sue, do you want to own Deco's palace? Is that your future? Sue Nami, owner of Deco's palace. Feels weird when I say it. Let's hear her thoughts. Sue, do you want your father's empire? Well, he's mega rich and I'd get all his power when he croaks. Well, yeah, aside from all that. That's a lot of all that to brush aside, you know. I could do a lot with the resources he got. And you'd have to run a series of arcades that you actually hate. Casinos with no love for the kind of games you hoarded here. Well, okay, running the palace would suck. But I'm going to sell it for cash and buy myself an island. What? Or heck, I could crash and burn his entire empire and then start my own arcade on my own terms. There's just so much possibility if I grit my teeth and tolerate him until he inevitably drops dead of butt cancer or something. Yeah, sounds good. But I need to stick by this old bastard. I've got to make his moolah. Sorry. Hey, maybe one day we can open an arcade together. Pretty sure that's the opposite effect of what I was looking for. Before I can get another word in, Sue waves her hands, interrupting me. Okay. Enough.
Man,
I'm
this
sick of all this talking. It's time for some action. Time for decisions. You made your case, Dad. So have you, Cora. He wants to protect me and use me. It's patently obvious at this point. But maybe the cost of turning my back on him is too high. Well, Cora wants me to throw it all away just because it's the right thing to do. As for me, what do I want? How do I want to play it out? This is that moment of truth. Okay. Did I convince Sue to abandon her father? Did we save Arcade Spirits, or was it all for nothing?
You know what? You, Dad.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you heard me. Your poor f***ing excuse for a father and your so-called enemy really opened my eyes about that. Oh, don't get me wrong. You've got money and power. You could crush me like an ant, yeah? Yeah. And I don't think I care anymore. I'm tired of living in your shadow and under your thumb. I'm tired of living with you. As of today, we're done. I'm cutting unhealthy like you from my life. I think we can do business. You want to save your arcade? I've got the evidence you need to stick Daddy Dearest behind bars for the rest of his life.
Ha!
Every dirty deal I've ever helped him carry out. And believe you me, that's a lot of extremely filthy deeds.
You can't do this. I forbid it. You are my daughter, and if I go down, you're coming with me.
Really? I think I can spin this entire mess as your fault.
I'd like to see you try, you ignorant brat. You're a career criminal, incorrigible to the end. What possible proof could you offer up of your innocence?
Sue snaps her fingers and points to my phone.
Oh, Iris, would you kindly?
Sure thing, Miss Sue. And from my speaker, a perfect audio recording of Deco's earlier self-incriminating words.
Who knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. But I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. She knows that I made her. And I can unmake her at a moment's notice.
Golly, that sure smells like corruption of a minor and blackmail to me. And once I do my hair and pigtails and offer a jury big puppy dog eyes, oh, my mean old dad forced me into a life of crime. Well, what do you think happens next?
No, that's impossible. You said you blocked all recording devices. I said I couldn't block Iris from functioning, just block her from uploading her recordings anywhere. She was still listening this whole time. You can go ahead and remove the data block now, Clyde. Already done. I've also uploaded a press kit based off our Dekonami archives to 5 major newspapers, 11 websites, ESPN, eSports Center, and HGTV. Home and Garden Television? I figured the two guys from Arcade Flippers might be interested. I really like that show. Or the Property Brothers. With that settled, Sue turns a smug, satisfied smile towards her doomed father.
Welcome to the Ides of March, Dad. You want to get me in trouble too? You feel free. At worst, I'll do a year or 2 in juvie. But you're gonna bleed out on the floor by the time I'm through.
Inky, Blinky? Yeah, boss? Show my dad to the door. Gently. Don't leave any marks, at least.
No! This is completely unacceptable. I am your father. I'm Dekonami. I am the arcade business.
Inky Blinky easily restrained Deco by the arms, and I just can't let him go without having my 2 cents. Game over, Deco. You lose. I put an expression so smug and smother a city. Game over, Deco. You lose.
You impudent, insignificant little.
Are you still here? Not for
I
long.
haven't lost. I can still fight this. I can still.
And the ghost monsters remove Deco from our sights. Instantly, the entire atmosphere of the place changes as if a great weight has lifted. I couldn't be more relieved and relaxed to a sigh. Not gonna lie, the next few days will be interesting to say the least. I think you better stay at my place. My parents won't mind at all. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to hide out until the heat's off. Maybe practice batting my eyelashes at a weak-willed jury box full of concerned parents, too. Sue blinks in astonishment. Oh, right. Cora, you're still here. Oh, you. Oh, I knew you were special. Knew it from day one. If the heat ever cooled off and make amends with the lovely chainsaw, I might pop by your arcade, play some games, and not stir up any trouble.
Keep my promise. The public will know Deco hired a gang to go after you. That should exonerate your arcade as a victim of his shady dealings.
Oh, thank God.
So, we square?
Thank you for everything, Dad. Thank you. I know this wasn't easy for you, giving up so much, and I appreciate what you've done for my arcade.
I owe you, honestly. I may still owe you for that matter.
I did take a bullet for you.
Woohoo! We did it! We saved the arcade and defeated your family curse once and for all.
Assuming it was everything to begin with.
Well, if it was, you were certainly up to the job of breaking it. Now, you've been on your feet long enough. Let's get back home, watch some TV, eat some popcorn, and celebrate!
Sounds like a plan, Juniper. The next few days passed by in a blur. That morning, we had press crowding around the doors of the arcade before we even opened. Sue's care package bad news that went up in the wire caught their attention. Mixendret, is it true Dekonami organized a gang to hit on your arcade? How do you respond to the allegations that Dekonami is involved in international counterfeit plus doll prize ring? What is your relationship with the ghost monsters? Have you heard any allegations of child abuse? Have you seen Mrs. Defamed article talking about the incident, praising your professionalism? I gave so many interviews that day I lost my voice. Fortunately, I was able to stay hydrated thanks to a well-stocked vending machine. Everyone loved to see a fallen family entertainment icon. It made them feel self-righteous, and Dekonami was now square in the crosshairs. It didn't matter that the official police reports was a generic, we're still investigating these claims. The court of public opinion had decided. Deco's palace was doomed. The final crushing blow came later at a television press conference 3 days later.
These obvious falsehoods generated by jealous business rivals and lying children merely go to show how the powerful are routinely targeted for harassment. Furthermore, what? No! Unhand me immediately! I'm innocent in these matters! Innocent!
And we never saw him again. Seriously, after the arrest, he just up and vanished from the public eye. It's honestly a bit creepy. I was at least expecting a trial or something.
He told me that if I didn't commit all those crimes, he'd take away my food. I never wanted to be a hacker. I just like computers. I wanted to get a computer degree and get a normal job like anyone else.
Yeah, fucking sell it, Sue. Largely a line of hook'em, but it was good to see Sue breaking away from Deco's influence all the same. Who knows, maybe Sue's ready to turn over a new leaf and go straight after all. Deco's palace board of directors unanimously voted to eject him, given he just vanished in the guts of a judicial system. Oh, the arcade empire established is still out there, it's still powerful, still tacky as heck, and still a menace to small arcades like ours. But without his guiding vision, it's largely treading water. Who knows? Maybe one day the traditional arcades will overtake what he left behind. As for arcade spirits, With delicious chow and great prize games, we are the family fun center in this town. With Deco Palace on the downslope, we're just picking up steam. Going with a restaurant prize focus turned out to be a terrific combo. True, we don't have too many retro games or competitive titles, but what we have isn't bad. Most importantly, we're making people happy, and I love it.
Having assisted in the slaying of Deko Nami's foul presence, Hamza finds himself tired of the restaurant business. It seems his wanderlust has returned. Farewell, my friends. I leave my dining establishment in your
miss
capable
you.
hands. I must resume seeking mysterious and unknowable arcade treasures far and wide.
Okay, well, thank you, and I'll miss you so much. You can come back anytime.
I'll have a doggy bag of those delicious jalapeno poppers to go for when I depart, of course.
But the arcade, in the end, is less important than the people who call it home. My BFF for life, my roomie, my companion. We'd share our lives together so far and had no interest in changing that. Life turned out to be pretty dang sweet for Juniper and I.
Oh, wow. How long have we been sitting here watching this show?
I think 8 hours?
We really need to get back to work. After all, we are busy adults with many important responsibilities. So, what do you think? Watch another episode?
Absolutely. Growing up is for suckers. Iris explained to me that irises, being an adaptive software, eventually become more and more like their users. It seems my empathy has rubbed off on Iris. With my influence, she's grown quite a bit.
That one day, humans will see us as friends and allies. All I've ever wanted was to embrace kindness and understanding. And thanks to you, I've learned so much.
Of course, Iris. And would you believe it? Gavin and Naomi ended up dating. Both of them were a bit distant from the others at first, but I guess everything we did together helped them come out of their shells a bit and realize neither one was the enemy. Oh, and they argue from time to time, usually about games and profit margins. But there's a mutual dream they share of a wonderful arcade where they can both be happy, and I'm proud to have played even a small part in helping them find that dream. Naomi formed an online community of arcade repair enthusiasts, one which let her make a safe place to get to know others and be part of a crowd on her own terms. And Gavin took advantage of the fall of Deco's Palace to make Arcade Spirits the hottest new arcade destination on the block, using his excellent business skills. I know we're both something of an odd couple, but that's okay. We're both odd people and never really done anything normally to begin with. Oddities we may be, but there's nothing odd about my love for you. I'm so honored to be by your side, Naomi. Oh, oh God, the fucking... Percy only had 2 years left to live, but with the success of Arcade Spirits and with the encouragement of all his friends, he decided that wouldn't be enough. My mind's made up. I'm going to seek more treatment. I don't want this to end. I don't want to say goodbye to you. He'd live many years to come, thanks to a renewed push to take care of his condition. Happy years spent with all of us. As for Moopy, well, with all the time in the world, he took his time, paced himself, and eventually beat the score. Although, I'm honestly not sure what to do with the rest of my life. Suppose we'll just have to see when we see, right? Well, Ashley continued to be our mascot / main floor attendant by day at Arcade Spirits. Customers grew accustomed to seeing their smiling face walking through the doors. As we grew and got bigger, more people took notice of Ashley's arcade's costumes, and more people wanted to see our mascot on shirts, mugs, body pillows even. I just printed off another batch of Arcade Spirits hoodies. These things are selling like hotcakes. It was such a fantastic idea, Cora. Customers just couldn't get enough. Oh, and I started working on the pattern for another mascot we should reveal soon. Maybe I'll even get you to model it for me one day. When the 4 Howling Kings invited her to live and play at their team house, Queen Bee instantly said yes. Listen, kid, I'm sad to leave you, but I'm not gone for fucking forever. This is my true home and you're my family. I'm gonna come back and visit. And often. And that she did. She stops by as much as her schedule allows and even brings some other big names to the arcade. We always live stream her matches on the big screen, cheering for her all the while. This win is dedicated to Cora and everyone else at Arcade Spirits. I couldn't have done it without these amazing friends of mine. We always keep visits comfort warm and ready for her next visit. Teo kept the Showtime scene alive here at Arcade Spirits, even after he got offered a job as their regional community manager. He's doing what he loves, teaching and connecting with all sorts of people. Teo's new job is in traveling and organizing dancing tournaments around the world, but he still spends most of his time right here. I'm putting Dee in charge of the local dance crew while I go establish a new scene in the other coast. But I'll be back before you even notice. And when I come back, you promise to get up on the stage with me. You owe me a song or two. Good friends, pulling together in a time of pixels and quarters. Finally, I'm home. Arcade Spirits? Thank you, Arcade Spirits. My spirit is restored. My future is bright. At last I can say, I'm truly happy. I'm happy. I'm finally truly happy with who I am and where I am. I fought hard for this and won it at great effort, but happiness is my reward for this day and every day to come. There we go. Thank you so much for joining me as we finish this game. I'm sorry it took me longer than I thought over a couple of sessions, but just had an absolutely phenomenal time playing through. I really, really enjoyed this game. Yeah, and I think next time we'll be starting Arcade Spirits The New Challengers, a sequel. I kind of want to play through that as my next thing, and then I don't know what comes after that in terms of what I'm going to play. I might start a playthrough of Our Life, I think might be fun. I could do the demo for the Now and Forever, and then start through Beginnings and Always. It's going to be a big series. It's going to be a really big series if I do that. But yeah, thank you so much for all these amazing people, these talented voice actors, and just absolutely incredible work on this game. So much fun to play through. And yeah. But yeah, you can get it for yourself if you want to kiss some of those cuties. You can go find it on itch.io and Steam, as well as the sequel. And yeah, I'm very excited to play through the new challengers on there as well. And yeah, let's let the credits roll a bit. I do eventually, I don't know. Well, I do eventually want to play through Undertale and Deltarune, as I do love those games very much. And that's actually why I started streaming in the first place, because I wanted an excuse to play them again. So I don't know when to do that. Maybe closer to September? I mean, because I could probably, with the new challengers and Our Life, I probably could have enough content to last me for a couple months, right? I guess depending on how often I can stream. But yeah. I think it'll be fun. I mean, I know the next set of chapters from Deltarune, I don't know when they're coming out, right? So I could wait until it looks like that may be coming out. At least ahead of time, because I don't think it'll be this year. I think it's probably going to be like a 2025 release, if I had to guess. But also it could be longer than that, which is totally fine, because that team, I would rather them, always rather teams take their time with their games rather than rushing them out, right? But yeah. And there's lots of fun little indie games I want to play in different visual novels and stuff. I don't think I can play for the first fight series on here because it's very not safe for work. But I highly encourage you to check it out for yourself. There we go. Game over. Thank you for playing. You've romanced every single character in the game. Wow, yes I have. As a special reward, we'd like to treat you to this. Oh, we got a little teaser. Come on, almost there. Jeez, hold still and let me annihilate you. Yes, say hello to Diamond Rank, baby. This is just too easy. These scrubs can't handle me. Okay, enough practice. Let's check today's news. Super Fist of Discomfort 2 announced a sequel to FOD, and it's a team game? Uh-oh, this is bad. I don't have a partner, much less a team. Where can I possibly find the perfect player too? Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be my next series. I'm very excited to play through that. So I really love the characters. Would you like to export your current character and story data so you can carry it over to the next game? Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. This will overwrite any previously exported data. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll have all of my data for there. Now exporting data. All done. Thank you for playing. Okay, fine. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you next time. And we'll be starting the new challengers. So yeah, thank you very much. And have a good day. Bye!